We. Hello. Don't be scared. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. Today is day 383, also day 4 of the Daily Scare Share. Doing one thing a day from this little journal book, do one thing a day that scares you. Last year, almost every day, it's been over a year now, I did one thing a day from this book on a Facebook Live so that I'd hold myself accountable to stretch my comfort zone, to bust me out of the rut that I was living in, like sneaking drinks of coffee during my video, and just move me toward what it is that I'm here for on the planet, yes, and what I want to do with my life. We so often, at least I do, found myself just going through the motions of my life, and that made my life pretty boring and pretty much in a rut. So my daughter challenged me to actually look at this book, and then I challenged myself to do one thing every single day out of it to stretch my comfort zone and get me back on track of living the life that I want to lead, not the life that I think I had to be leading or I just kind of fell my way into. So today is one of the dreaded blank line days, but I've changed the rules because I can do that. I make up my own rules and decided that the saying goes along with these 2 blank line days and helps to trigger my thinking. I don't have to go to an outside source and look up and find my own, although that was a very good exercise last year. Find my own comfort zone triggers. That really helped a lot. So today is when 2 paths open before you, take the harder one. And that was said, it's a Nepalese proverb from Nepal, people from Nepal. We talked yesterday about how amazing they are. It's where the Sherpas are and Mount Everest is. But the challenge is to just the harder path I took today. So what's the harder path I'll take today? Well, I wrote down that I'm going to hold myself more accountable for results today. The last 2 days, I don't know why, because I'm getting a lot done. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not getting as much done as I want to get done for a project that I'm working on. Actually, a couple projects I'm working on. One is moving, and one is a work-related or business-related project for a women's summit. And I want to be making more progress toward each of those projects. And I mean visible progress that I see. I don't care what anybody else says or sees, but visible progress in terms of getting the results that I want and I want to see. So that is what I'm doing. And that is definitely the more difficult path for me, because it's really easy to procrastinate and not get these things done. And I know that that doesn't make me feel awesome. So if it doesn't make me feel great, then I know that I need to be taking a different path and holding myself more accountable. And it's just to getting the results and seeing the actual results of what I want out of those projects. So what could you do today when faced with 2 paths? How can you decide to take the harder path? And again, yesterday I defined harder as what is in my own best interest and will help me to develop personally the most. That's what I consider harder. It doesn't have to necessarily be physically harder or more demanding. Maybe it's just a little bit more emotionally demanding and harder, and it's scarier. That's what this is all about, stretching your comfort zone. So maybe the harder, defined as scarier path, is the one that you need to take today. Go ahead, take whichever path makes sense to you when faced with a dilemma or an option or an opportunity to choose, and choose what feels right to you and is in your best interest, your real big picture best interest. That's it. Go out, make it a fantastic day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Pajama Grandma out. Don't be scared. You got this.